know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to ExpressVPN, friend of the channel and protector of my online data. They are giving away 3 months free on a 1-year package to all Sweet Pea Diaries viewers by using the link in the description box below. Now, this is a service that I personally use 100% of the time when I'm on the internet using my phone or computer. It allows me to bypass content restrictions while traveling and ensures all of my data is 100% private and safe wherever I connect to the internet. Using ExpressVPN also allows you to get discounts when using services like Expedia, NBA League Pass, and Netflix. ExpressVPN also has 24/7 customer support to answer any questions and support all of your needs. So take back your internet privacy today by clicking on the link in the description box below and find out how you can get 3 months free. If you are trying to grow your business, brand, or product, then you want to advertise with us right here, right now on the Sweet Pea Diaries YouTube channel. We have unique subscribers and a broad demographic that will be sure to give your business, brand, or product the exposure that you need. So email us today at sweetpeadiaries@outlook.com to get more information on our advertisement packages. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I'm back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, you guys, you know what time it is. All right, who we got in the building? We got Fly Fi, we got Susan Bortz, we got Life with the Leonard Family, we got Christine, we got Dover Girl 843, we got Tanja J, we got Vanderveer, my moderator. You guys, welcome to the show. You guys come on in. As everyone comes in, be sure to have a seat, pull up a chair, because we're going to be here kikiing and laughing and foo-la-la for a little bit. So you guys let me know if you can hear, if you can see. I'm pretty sure you can because I did a little sound check. So let me know if you can see and if you can hear. We're going to jump right into this thing. All right. Now, it has been for some time now that Monique and Tyler Perry and Oprah, they have been having a disagreement over Monique, essentially blackballing Monique. Now, recently, Monique went on TS Madison's out. I believe it's Turned Out by TS Madison. And on the episode, Monique when asked about this beef between, Monique, Oprah, this is what, you know, um, Monique had to say. She basically stated that with the movie Precious, this all started and is surrounded about the movie Precious, okay? Lee Daniels offered her a role in the movie, stating that it was paying $50,000 and also said that she can have 5% of the film. It was basically an independent film. It started off, as an independent film, but it went to Sundance. And we know that Sundance usually is a festival and an avenue for movies that are independent to get seen, get heard, and they usually start gaining traction if they're any good once they get to Sundance. Well, this is what happened with the movie Precious, and it started getting praised. So Oprah and Tyler Perry got involved with the movie and they became executive producers. Basically, they put their stamp of approval, they put their name on it. So now here comes the money. All right. Now, when it came time to start campaigning for the Oscar and other things, basically promoting the movie, Monique was doing her Monique show. She was doing Queens of Comedy. She had babies, and she said she was on her third husband. So she said she was not about to make Hollywood a priority in her, because she was living her life and she was basically not contractually obligated to campaign for the movie. She said she did her part and she felt like she was done. Well, Oprah calls her one night and says, I will send my private jet to come and get you and bring you to a festival, basically, that was promoting the movie. And Monique was like, I was in the bed with my husband and my babies watching TV. We were watching Curious George, eating popcorn. And she said, I'm not going to be able to make a sis. So she says, right after that, Lee Daniels then calls and says, I told that bitch you wasn't going to do it. I told that bitch you didn't care nothing about this. I told that bitch. Now, when Monique was recalling this story, it was the fact that Lee Daniels was calling Oprah a bitch for me. Okay, that just went right over people's heads. I was like, okay, I know darn well, good and god darn well. Okay. I know good and god darn well Lee Daniels did not call Oprah Winfrey a bitch. But, the celebrities, I guess, they give us um, like a persona in the press and on the airwaves and whatnot. But behind closed doors, they talk like us. I guess that's what she was trying to say. But she basically said, she wasn't doing it because she was not contractually obligated. Her priorities were not that. She did her part, and that was that. So it came time for the Hoodie Awards, and y'all remember the Hoodie Awards? Steve Harvey had created these awards, so they were all at the Hoodie Awards. Monique was there, Tyler Perry was there, and he calls her to his dressing room, and she recalls that it was a lot of people in the dressing room, and honey, he clapped his hands and everybody dispersed except for her security guard, because she said, listen, you don't work for Tyler Perry, so you sit your behind right here. So the security guard basically was there and overheard everything. She said, everything that has happened, someone was always there to hear it. So Tyler Perry basically told her, you might want to campaign for this, because if you get nominated for this Oscar, your next film will be $3 to $5 million. And if you win the Oscar, your next film will be $5 to $8 million. Okay. And she says, now look, she says she looked right at Tyler Perry and says, now darn well I'm a black woman and it's not going to happen like that for me. They're not about to pay me those type of rates. And she says, I'm not about to do this. I'm not campaigning. I do not have a contract with you or Lionsgate. I have a contract with Lee Daniels. And as far as I'm concerned, I got my $50,000. I did my part. I played the role, did what I had to do. So I'm not campaigning. You're not paying me. Now, if you're going to pay me, you're going to put some money in front of me, that's different. She says, I'm not in the business of working for free. And he said, I'm not in the business of writing checks for free. So she said, well, then we got a mutual understanding. You don't want to pay. You don't want to write no check. I don't want to perform for free, basically. So they hugged and dapped it up, and she felt like they had a mutual understanding. So now after this, here comes the blackball, because now it's going around that she's difficult, that, she's not easy to work with. Her and her husband are difficult. Tyler Perry told a producer by the name of David Talbert that Monique, when working with her, was difficult. But this particular director says, no, I had a relationship with Monique while working with her, and I thought she was a joy. I didn't have that experience with her, but Tyler stuck to his guns and was like, no. But Monique insists, well, I haven't even worked with Tyler Perry. He came in at the tail end of the movie Precious, and came in when the film was wrapping up, and, we were done taping. He came in to the rap party basically when it was over. So I really didn't work with him. So for him to go around stating that I was difficult to work with, that's really not accurate, because we've never worked together. So time has went on, a decade has gone by, and Monique gets a call from Tyler Perry. Her and her husband get a call from Tyler Perry. Now, Monique says she taped that phone call. She taped that conversation. And in that conversation, Tyler Perry basically admits in that he blackballed, that he said she was difficult to work with and he should not have done that. And he apologized. Well, she taped that and let other celebrities and other people, Kevin Hart and Al Sharpton and different people, hear this recording, and they called Tyler Perry, and he kept telling them, no, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk with Monique because I don't want to revisit this. I don't want to go back down that road. And then finally he gets a call from someone, and he agrees, you know what? I will revisit this. I will sit down with Monique, but only if she apologizes, and only if her husband is not present, right? So Monique is like, okay, why these stipulations? So I need to know, I'm listening at this and I'm watching this interview and I'm looking at Monique, because we all know that Monique is very, she is very well spoken. I believed, everything that she said, and I felt like she was very well spoken. And I want to know what you guys think about it. What do you think about this? Do you think that Monique should have done the campaigning? Like when you're on a job and we work, this is their work. Being an actor, actress, being in movies, this is their work, right? So a lot of times people say, well, I'm not being paid to do this, but you go the extra mile. You do the little extra, even though it's not in your, your contract at work. You're paid to be this role or this title, but someone asks you to do a little extra, and you might. Someone asks you to stay and do a little overtime, and you might, but you're going to get paid for it because it's time and a half. You stay in a little later. Even though it's not in your job description, you're still getting paid because you're on the clock and you have a salary. Well, a lot of people would say, what's the difference? Because it's her job, do the little extra, go the little extra mile. It might pay off in the end. But this is a different type of situation, because by being under contract, you're paid to do a specific, and it's laid all out in the contract of what it is that your obligations are. And if you feel like it's outside of that, then what was the problem with paying her? You got more than enough money. You, Oprah, got more than enough money. And where Oprah comes in at, where Monique feels Oprah is the play in all of this, is because when the narrative came out that Monique was difficult to work with, Oprah Winfrey stayed quiet. She could have deaded those rumors. She could have spoken up for Monique, and she didn't. Even when she also had felt like Monique was right. Like, okay, you aren't obligated to do this contractually. I totally understand. I get it. Okay, no problem. But that's not what she gave to people when they started saying Monique was difficult. She just stayed quiet, and Monique felt like she should have spoke up. So what do you think about this? I mean, it can go, I can understand Monique's, I definitely can understand that, and I can sympathize with that, because at the end of the day, she is an actress and she's expecting to be paid for the things that she does. It is no different from anyone that wants to be paid on their job. So I don't understand. I think this is where power and privilege comes into play, when someone like a Tyler Perry or someone like an Oprah Winfrey forget where they came from and forget where they started from. Tyler Perry should know it all well. He should know that story. all well. I mean, he started off, being homeless, living out of a car, producing plays where no one was coming. So you understand that wanting to be paid for your craft, wanting, not getting the fair shake, not getting the same money as other people, because of your skin, like, these struggles. But I feel like once they make it and they get to this, they get to this level where they have the power and the prestige, they often forget where they come from. And the fact that think that it's okay to ruin someone's career with just a word, with just how hard it would be for someone to get more movies and get more gigs when you put that difficult narrative out there, especially for a Black woman, especially for a female, especially for a Black actress, and Monique, she's not, let's face it, she was not as thin as she is now. She was still dealing with, being a little overweight. She didn't fit that role, that image, you know what I'm saying, of the thin white girl or the thin light-skinned actress in Hollywood getting an Oscar. She was Monique, you know what I'm saying? Look at her image and, her persona. So it was already hard for her. So for Tyler Perry to make it even harder, I mean, this is how this woman eats. This is how she feeds her family. This is her career. So to put it out there and put the narrative out there that she was difficult and basically essentially blackball her and ruin her career was horrible, so I did see that, during this interview that she started talking about how she has, the opportunities that her and her husband have now come into. And I'm glad and happy for Monique. She seems like she's in a great place, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. She seems like she's in a great place. She speaks well. I mean, Monique can speak, honey. She talked about Black actresses that, leave a legacy of being heartbroken by Hollywood because of things like this, being labeled as difficult, being, having this stigma and knowing that they being done wrong in Hollywood and no one's speaking up. But we don't speak about it until after they're gone, after they've passed away. And we start speaking about their legacy and we remember the trials and hardships. We need to speak about it now while the actresses are still alive and, champion for them and stand up for them. And a person in such power as an Oprah Winfrey and a Tyler Perry, when you put your name and your stamp of approval on things, you can either make or break someone. That was terrible, So I absolutely believe Monique. I believe every word. I've always believed her. The lawsuit that she's got with Netflix, she spoke about that, with the difference in pay and opportunities. And she just on it, she's not afraid to speak out about it. And I'm, definitely proud of her for doing that because it happens, and this is what they do to Black women in the industry. So Monique says she ain't having it. Okay, she said Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, y'all not gonna do this to me. I'm gonna tell my story. And it's difficult in the industry because once you get blackballed, once you get labeled as anything other than a good person to work with or a great talent, you're basically, what do they say, done in this town. Done in show business. So kudos to Monique. Keep pushing on. She's a talented, very funny woman. And I know that she's got a lot of career life ahead of her. And she's got great things in store. But she didn't back down, okay? She did not back down. She has stayed strong, steadfast, and her story has never changed. Now, honey, going on with this story right here. Now, Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. Okay, so we know this whole situation with Tory Lanez and Megan. Left the party, left Kylie Jenner's, and honey, whatever happened in that car, Megan was shot in the foot, and now they are going to court for this. And honey, DJ Academics was out here reporting on the recent court development. I guess they went to court and it was postponed, but he basically went on Twitter and was reporting and letting people know what was going on, all right? He said it was revealed in court a few moments ago that Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the weapon in the Meg Thee Stallion case. So we know DJ Academics, we know how he get down, all right? He basically set off a firestorm, honey, and Meg wasn't here for it. She jumped right on social media. Honey, she wasn't having it, okay? He basically said that the DNA of Tory's was not found on that weapon. Then he puts another update up on Twitter, says Tory Lanez trial adjourned till April, with Tory's lawyer telling the court they have completed DNA results from the prosecution, which is very pleasing to his client. He says, I saw this document myself. It literally says it was inconclusive in finding Tory's DNA on the gun or magazine. He says, now one of y'all finna tell me my eyes deceive me? I ain't Tasha K. Stop playing with me. All right. He said, I saw this paperwork and I seen the transcript. All right. And so Megan says, court ain't even started yet. She puts this on her Instagram story. Court ain't even started yet. So why y'all ready to start lying? She's saying this is not true. She says, I know some of y'all blogs on payroll, but please don't get sued trying to create a hate campaign. Be a real journalist and post facts. And to my haters, keep making yourself look stupid. I don't care. Okay. Megan said this is not true. She says, y'all got breaking news every 15 minutes. Y'all got breaking news 15 minutes before court started. And nobody has even been called in yet. Y'all trying to win a social media campaign. This is my real life. Y'all trying to get retweets, spreading false narratives at I Am Academics. Why you lying? What did you gain? So now she calling him out. She's like, bro, you lying. You just want to retweet. And so he says, by the way, Meg can get the same document that they referenced in court today. Hopefully she's entitled to see what the DA will be using against Tory, being that she's the victim. It's part of discovery. Ask the DA what the completed DNA test said. Then come back and apologize to Big Ack. He says, Meg got to call the DA and ask him if it's true. I don't know why she up on here tagging me in posts like I just be making shit up. And then he says, at Thee Stallion, you so bothered over my tweeting out facts about Tory case. Go ask the DA. DNA results was submitted in discovery. Why you care so much what the internet says? Oh, I know. You've been living off a narrative, and it's sad you made it where if Tory don't go to jail, you don't win. He says, honey, if he don't go to jail, then that means that you don't win your case. He says, at the Stallion, hey, I don't give a F about what you got with Tory. Y'all can play y'all PR games. We know what you and Rock Nation is doing. I don't care. Just don't try to bring my brand in there. You literally a peon in the game. 1501 owns you and you beg them every time to drop a song. I mean, I don't know what all that got to do with why. He like, where are my hot girls at, Meg? I don't care what you and Tory had, but don't address Big Act unless you're talking about what the DNA report says. Holla at the DA and figure out what they said, and if I lied, I lied. File a lawsuit, babe. And then she says, Megan comes back and says, what's even more effed up is this shit is all public record and nobody even cares to read. Only thing that happened in court today was it got pushed to April 5th, but y'all will get a lie trending. Imagine how I feel reliving this shit every day publicly. It hurts. I'm so tired. She tired, y'all. And then she says, Big Act, little boy, please. Why would you post there was no DNA found, but now saying it's inconclusive? How are you specifically able to see documents before they come out in court? What you saying is his lawyer sharing evidence with bloggers? Got it. Take your big ass on somewhere. Ooh, child. And then he comes back, DJ Academics comes back and says, at the Stallion, you can't lie. You can't little nigga me never in your life. You literally signed to a nigga managed by a firm and signed to another conglomerate. You don't own nothing you put out. You literally won all your awards off sympathy. Off this you got shot storyline. Oh, he says you literally won all your awards off sympathy off this you got shot storyline. Get your master's back, then holla. Woo! And then Tory Lanez comes around. Okay. Tory said, I got to get in there. And he says, Good D had me effing two best friends and I got caught. Shrug emoji. That's what I apologize for. It's sick how you spun it though. So that's because Megan put out, this. She basically had put out text messages of Tory saying that he was sorry, and also stated that he said he was sorry when he called from jail. But Tory was saying, I was apologizing for sleeping with you and Kelsey. I was not apologizing for shooting you. I was apologizing for sleeping with two best friends. And he says, you can't buy and tweet your way out of this one. Not today. And then, honey, Megan comes back and says, she shows the post, 7 minutes, phone died, 3 minutes out. Meg, I know you probably never going to talk to me again, but I genuinely want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, and I was just too drunk. Nonetheless, shit should have never happened, and I can't change what I did. I just feel horrible. So then Megan has captioned this by saying, lie your way out of this. If you ain't do shit, which was you apologizing for? The lawyers got your phone records and mine, all your texts. They got you recorded on the jail phone talking top. But Tory is saying that all of this is basically cap, that this has nothing to do with her being shot, that this is basically him apologizing for sleeping with her and Kelsey at the same time. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? Do y'all believe that? So, honey, after this, honey, they was just, child, this was just a frenzy on social media. She's like, effing two best friends. Nigga, you shot me. You know how she said, you shot me. Nigga, you shot me. You know what's what. You know what you were apologizing for. You keep putting a narrative out that me and my friend fell out about you, and that's not true. Why are you skipping over the shooting? Just admit you shot me, because she definitely ain't do it, and I ain't shoot my damn self. She says, you think it's okay to shoot me, then harass me online and make it like this was some weird cat fight? What the actual F is wrong with you? Child, and then if this wasn't enough, Party jumps into it. And Party says, add Tory Lanez, put the phone down, let's link, you and me. Ain't nothing to talk about. And then he says, don't tweet nothing else. See me. Okay, like, come on, let's do this. We're not going to be on the internet. And Tory says, at Party, we've had this encounter. You did nothing. He yawn. You did nothing but put your phone down, big fella. Child, these people, honey. So then Nancy Dillon, okay, she tweets, there was zero mention of DNA at the Tory Lanez hearing today. The report that Tory's lawyer told court DNA results were pleasing to his side is totally fabricated. Two sources tell Rolling Stone. So she says, I'm about to receive the transcript and I will update. The pretrial was continued to April 5th. So then Nancy Dillon gets the transcript. And then she says, update. I have the transcript from the court reporter. This is what Tory Lanez's attorney said. We are in the process of actually retaining an expert with respect to DNA. It is our hope that we will be able to review and confirm the LAPD's analysis, which from our standpoint was favorable. So when I read that, I did not understand why they tried to twist what academics basically said, because he did say that. It's just worded a few different words, but that is what they said. They said that it was favorable towards his client, and you just came back and said that. I mean, you said right here, there was zero mention of DNA at Tory Lanez's hearing today. The report that Tory's lawyer told court DNA results were pleasing to his side is totally fabricated. How is that fabricated? When you go and read the transcript, it says that the lawyer said, we are in the process of actually retaining an expert With respect to DNA, it is our hope that we will be able to review and confirm the LAPD's analysis, which from our standpoint was favorable. So that is what was said. And in my opinion, it does look like maybe the LAPD's analysis must have pointed to something that was favorable. And that's what the attorney was saying. So I was side-eyeing that a little bit, because it's like, okay, that is what they said. That's what was said. So I guess we're just going to have to continue. We're just going to have to continue to follow this story, and we're just going to have to watch it as it unfolds, because it's clear no one is going to come out and tell us if this truly happened, if he really shot her. He's not going to admit it. Why would he admit it in public? Why would he, if he is guilty of doing something like that, why would he tell the press? Why would he tell anyone? Why would he get on Twitter or on Instagram and confirm it? So we're not going to know this online. We're going to have to wait until court, and we're going to have to wait until this thing plays out in court and we actually get told that way. I can't say who did what. I was not there. It's not for me to judge and, try to, pick apart this person's words. I have no idea. But if, Megan was shot, if Tory Lanez did shoot her, then he needs to be held accountable, period. So we're not going to know until they go to court and the evidence is revealed in court, sadly. I'm just ready for it to be over. I don't even know why is it taking so long at this point. Why? But I do believe that they're going to have to call Kelsey to the stand. I really believe that Kelsey is going to have to be subpoenaed and brought into this so that she can tell her side of the story and tell what was actually. She's a witness. She's, and she knows what happened. She's not coming out and she's not going to speak about it because it's an active court case. So she's not going to go to the blogs or go to any reporters and say anything. She can't. So we're going to have to wait and see, guys. We're going to have to wait and see. Oh, I see you guys. It's Nikki, not Nikki. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. Now, we know that, Wendy Williams, she has not been on her show, and she's been having guest hosts, and people have been rotating and sitting in the pulpit chair. But finally, we now know for a fact that Wendy Williams' show has been canceled, okay? And it is being replaced with Sherri Shepherd, all right? She's not taking over Wendy's show. It's just basically her new show, okay? And she was excited, okay? She was so excited. This is what she had to say.
When you're feeling like you have been forgotten, when you're feeling like people say no, it may not be no. God may be saying, it's not time. And when God says, do you trust me? He don't need a lot of faith, just a little bit. And when God says it's so, it will be. Thank you.
Sherri Shepherd gets emotional on the Wendy Williams show, announcing that she'll be debuting her own talk show, Sherri, this fall.
All the tabloids and the blogs that have been making up stories about what's going on here, you have heard it directly from me. The Sherri Show will premiere this September.
The 54-year-old TV personality made the announcement on Tuesday, where she was filling in as a guest host.
I have always wanted to do a talk show, and I just came out of my mother's womb talking.
Now a source echoes all that, telling ET that Sherri is overwhelmed that it's all happening, adding, quote, "This has been her dream to have her own show. It's a big day for her." And Sherri, she adds that her show will look and feel different, but promises there will be lots of laughs.
We're going to have a lot of joy because that is who I am.
The comedian's new daytime talk show will take over Wendy's time slot, but Sherri insists she's not replacing the 57-year-old talk show host.
No one can replace the queen. It is Wendy's place to share her story with you. But I do want to give the queen her flowers because Wendy had a legendary career in radio, and this show was specifically crafted for her. No one can do this format but Wendy.
Of course, the Wendy Williams show has been without Wendy all season long amid her ongoing health struggles. In a statement to Deadline, the co-presidents of Debmar Mercury, the show's producer and distributor, said they're open to reviving Wendy's show if she's interested following her recovery. And it's reported that the Wendy Williams show will continue through the end of its season with rotating guest hosts, including Sherri.
We've got a lot to talk about.
As for Wendy, who's kept a low profile in recent months, she spoke out on Instagram last week amid reports about her mental well-being. Her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., asks his mom questions during a stroll on the beach in Florida.
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Hi.
Just praying about you.
Thank you.
I want to make sure that you come back strong.
Excuse me. I am going back stronger. I'm going to be all I can be and then get back to New York and get on down with the Wendy Williams show.
So what's going on with Wendy? Well, it's unclear. But we do know a string of celeb hosts have been filling in the past 7 months after the show initially delayed the season 13 premiere. First, it was revealed Wendy tested positive for COVID-19. Then it was announced that she was struggling with health issues due to her Graves' disease and her thyroid disorder.
My thyroid, my hyperthyroid, is attached also to Graves' disease. Graves' disease squeezes the muscles behind your eyeballs. I feel like they're birds swimming around my head. You know, like a cartoon?
Wendy's rep tells ET she understands why the decision was made to put her show on hold, adding that this has been a challenging time. But she is grateful to Sherri and everybody who has supported the show.
Wendy Williams created a unique brand that folks are always going to love and talk about.
And I see your comments in about the Tory and Meg, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. We'll go back to that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about versus the transcript and what they're saying, so you can see what my point is. So we don't have any disagreements. But as far as Wendy Williams and Sherri Shepherd go, Wendy Williams is going to always be Wendy Williams. She's going to always be the queen. This is going to always be her show. And there's no replacing Wendy. No one's going to be able to do it like Wendy Williams. Sherri Shepherd is going to be the safe, the safe talk show host. Is going to be giving very much talk show host. It's not going to be gossipy. It's not going to be shady. It is not going to be the Wendy Williams show, and it's not going to be that energy that we're used to getting from Wendy. But Wendy apparently is saying that she didn't know, she did not relinquish her show, and the statements that was put out by her publicist, she didn't authorize it. So it's given very much Wendy's not really wanting to go away. She wants to still have her show. And even though they're moving on with the Sherri Shepherd, Wendy said, you're not going to be able to replace me. But there are rumors behind the scenes. I did hear other bloggers talking about it on another show, that it could be possible that Wendy might be going on to do a podcast. So I think that would be super dope for her because she already has the experience with radio. You know what I'm saying? Those are her roots. So a podcast would be great for her. She doesn't have to worry about being on camera. She can be doing it from the comfort of her own home. And she definitely knows how to work the radio and work a microphone. So I think that would be something that would be great if that is true. However, Sherri Shepherd, I don't think it's going to do the numbers or the ratings like Wendy Williams. I just don't think so. And I think it's going to it'll take on the vibe of Sherri Shepherd, a TV host, a daytime TV. I don't even think it would. I don't know if it would even last for 2 seasons or 3 seasons. I just don't know who wants to watch Sherri Shepherd. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if she has that oomph that would carry a show for seasons, but we'll see. She's funny. She's a comedian, but we'll see. But it's just not replacing Wendy. I don't know. But it was her crying for me and saying, like God ordained this. I mean, so you saying that God, got Wendy sick in order for you to have a show. It was that for me. I was like, girl, I understand that people praise God and they say God does things and works in mysterious ways. Hey, God blesses me through terrible circumstances. Sometimes God make a way out of no way. But I mean, God ain't smiting Wendy down in order for you to have a show, girl. I was like, girl, honey, so you want to say God put Wendy on her back in order for you to have a show? That just, I was like, Oh, I see you, Helen. Thank you, Helen, for the 19.99. Thank you so much for that super chat. All right, so let's go back. We just gonna rewind really briefly, and I wanted to take a really quick sneak back to this point I was trying to make about this Nancy Dillon comment. So in her comment in the beginning here, she says that there was zero mention of DNA at Tory Lanez's hearing today. She says the report that Tory's lawyer told the court said that court DNA results were pleasing to his side is totally fabricated. So what this meant right here was that Tory Lanez's lawyer was saying that there were DNA results that was pleasing to their side. Basically that it was a good thing for Tory. All right. And she says, 2 sources tell Rolling Stone. I'm about to receive the transcript. Will update. So she said that 2 sources told Rolling Stone that the report that Tory's lawyer told court DNA results were pleasing to his side is totally fabricated. 2 sources tell Rolling Stone. So the 2 sources said that this was fabricated. She says, I'm about to receive the transcript. Will update. Pre-trial continued to April. Now, she says prior to this, there was zero mention of DNA at the Tory Lanez hearing today. The report that Tory's lawyer told court DNA tests were pleasing is totally fabricated. Now, we know that DJ Academics is the one that said this, that the lawyer said that it was pleasing to his side. Now, let me see in the comments if you guys are following it from this, this moment, that DJ Academics is basically saying, this is how I interpreted it, that DJ Academics was throwing out this update, and he was saying that they said that there was no DNA found on the gun, nothing found on the magazine. All right. So now this person is saying that the 2 sources told Rolling Stone that that's fabricated, that it's not true, right? So she says, now I'm about to get these transcripts and we're going to find out if it's true or not. So she says, I have the transcript from the court reporter and this is what Tory Lanez's attorney said. These are the words from the transcripts, right? Says we are in the process of actually retaining an expert with respect to DNA. It is our hope that we will be able to review and confirm the LAPD's analysis, which from our standpoint was favorable. All right. So do you understand right there? In my opinion, she said this transcript, the lawyers basically said that they have to review and confirm the LAPD's analysis. So they want to get an expert to also review and confirm. And they said because whatever they found out from that analysis, it was favorable. And from their standpoint, it was favorable. So I don't understand how people don't put that together. If that's what that's what the attorney is saying, that whatever was in that report from their standpoint was favorable. So in my opinion, what he's saying is true, that they have reports from the LAPD, they did an analysis, and they're going to get an expert with respect to DNA to also confirm what the LAPD found. And they said from their standpoint, it was favorable. So what do you think that means? What do you think that means? So I was just like, I don't see where the, where the lie is. It makes sense to me. It just makes sense. Carla says Tory's lawyer told him and Tory told academics. They probably had not released the information to the public yet. DJ Act can't hold water and started talking mess. That's what I think happened. Me too. I believe that what he said is true. He just wasn't supposed to know. Issa, I see you. Thank you for the $4.99. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Okay. So, moving right along, you guys. And please continue to talk about that and debate about that in the chat. Now, Jason Lee. Okay, honey. Now, I said, is Jason Lee going to be the next Tasha K? Is he the new Tasha K? He put out a story and he stuck to this story. All right. He was not backing. He was not backing down. Okay. Now, earlier, y'all know it's been deleted, but he wasn't playing. Okay. Now, he had this Instagram post and a tweet and everything, and he had it also on his website, Hollywood Unlocked website, stating that Queen Elizabeth was dead. Now, according to a BuzzFeed article that I read, they said that a source had told him and his team that he said that a source had told him and his team directly from the palace, okay, that the Queen was dead. But BuzzFeed says that someone told them that they believe that he got it mixed up with the Queens of Stone singer Mark Langan, that Jason's camp was given that information and they confused it with Queen Elizabeth. Now, I don't know how you get Queens of Stone Age group, and then they say that the person's name is Mark Lanigan, and you take that and go and say Queen Elizabeth. All they saw was the word Queen, honey, and they went on and ran with a story. Now, once this hit the mainstream news and blogs, and it was reported that the Queen was actually not dead, that it was like a hoax, Jason did not back down, and he stated that he doesn't post lies. He wrote that he had the exclusive on the Queen's death after sources close to the royal kingdom notified them of her passing. Now, this came out about because the royal palace had announced that the Queen had tested positive for COVID-19. They reported that the Queen was experiencing mild cold-like symptoms, but that she would be continuing light duties at the palace while she recovered. Now, after being accused of reporting false information, Jason Lee then put in an Instagram post, 1, I never lied. 2, I've never been wrong. And he also stated that the palace had yet to debunk his claims that the Queen was dead, and then bragged that he would be at the Donda concert with Kanye West. Now, on Wednesday morning, a now deleted tweet from an unverified Twitter account at Hollywood UL, which actually has been posting as a Hollywood Unlock account for at least 2 years, but they stated it wasn't theirs, but whatever. Now, this account apologized to the royal family and blamed the mistake on an intern journalist who published a draft post by mistake. Now, instead of Jason Lee taking that, that route and taking the easy way out and blaming it on a journal, because who doesn't blame things on an intern? Everybody does that, He didn't do it, though. He said, nope, I'm sticking to my story. He kept saying the Queen was dead. And he said on Twitter, we do not know that account and we have not retracted our story. So he stayed in his mess, okay? Now, as of yesterday, that post was still up. Honey, he still had that on his Hollywood Unlocked website. Okay? He had still had it there. But today, it is now removed. It is not there. The Instagram post is gone. The original story was still up on the website, but now it's gone, y'all. It's been removed and it's gone. So y'all tell me what you guys think about this. I mean, do you think that he possibly, his team, it was given, you know what I'm saying? Somebody told them that it was this Queen of Stone Age group and the singer passed away, and maybe they just saw that in, the email or whatever, however they got the information, and they just thought that it was saying Queen Elizabeth. And he wanted to have the exclusive, you know how these bloggers are and these, channels are, they want to have the exclusive. I know that Jason Lee is coming up. He's been, rubbing elbows with all the celebrities, all the big names. But the Queen, the Royal Palace, why would they contact Hollywood Unlocked? Why would they tell Jason Lee that the Queen is dead? Okay. I mean, it was that for me, that he would get the exclusive, that it wouldn't be, CNN or any of the major news outlets. It would be Hollywood Unlocked. A source from the Royal Palace would actually contact Jason Lee. That's where I was lost. I said, I know you got power. I know you got fame. And I know you rubbing elbows with the rich of the rich. Floyd is your sponsor. And you know a lot of people. But the palace, the Royal Palace, I don't know if you up there. I'm like, and he was not letting it go. Okay. He was staying in it. Okay. So I don't know. Now, some people believe that the Queen is, that it's a conspiracy. Okay, that she is passed and that they're just not telling us. Child, I don't know. They said, I'm sorry. What do they do anyway? I don't care. She's 95 anyway. Christine says the BBC didn't even report it. There was a British announcer that stated Alex that made a blooper and immediately corrected the blunder. Susie says, well, she's 95 years old. God bless her. God bless her heart. Not God bless her heart. But yeah, I mean, she's 95 years old, and I don't know what they do. I mean, as far as I do know that the royal family, they're sort of like representatives of that country. But I know the Queen does have meetings with Parliament. She does sit with, in meetings with the Prime Minister. She does have a say-so, I believe, when it comes to war. But, she is involved with the country's politics. But I don't know what the rest of them do. I really don't. But what do you guys think about Jason Lee? Is he the next Tasha K? Is he going to be, you're just going to report these stories. That, it was giving, it wasn't true. And then you were going to stand in it, hoping that maybe a couple days later, they'll come out and say that she's actually dead. And then you could say, see, I told you I had the inside scoop. I thought that maybe that's what would happen. Like, well, maybe he really did know. You know what I'm saying? Because these elites, him rubbing elbows with Floyd and all these people, Illuminati people, child. You don't know. I don't know who he might know. So I'm like, maybe he do got the inside tea. Maybe they told him, you know what I mean? And it was like, wait a couple days, wait 2 or 3 days, and then she'll really be dead. That's what he was hoping. But honey, once you found out that this wasn't true and the palace and the people came out and said, no, just go ahead and take it down. But it's the pride, not wanting to admit that you're wrong. Not fact checking your sources, just throwing up. I mean, who's down there working at the Hollywood Unlocked? Because I know Jason ain't posting his own stories. I know that there's someone doing it. So who did not fact check? Whoever put that story up, they got fired. Whoever that person was that didn't fact check and got him out here looking like this, they got fired. So what y'all think about it, honey? Is Jason Lee the next Tasha K? Sticking by lies, sticking by stories that ain't true. Say it ain't so. You becoming your enemy. You becoming, don't like Tasha K, but you becoming Tasha K. Let me find out. So now it is time for our Scan the Gram. Now, in Scanagram, this is our segment where we actually talk about stories and, little things that I found while scanning on Instagram. And so, I'm like, y'all, I look on Instagram and I find stuff and I kiki on stuff. And, I come here and we talk about it. So, honey, this one, 15-year-old girl killed after riding with her cousin to her ex-boyfriend's house to confront him and another woman. The gunman claims he never shot a gun before this incident. Woo! A 15-year-old girl is dead after being shot by her cousin's boyfriend during a heated argument between the two. Gabrielle Landry, 15, was shot while being a passenger in a car driven by her cousin, TD. TD and the shooter, Marcellus Duckworth, were in an on and off again relationship when TD called an unnamed woman to tell her she and Marcellus had been sleeping with one another. The other woman was staying at Marcellus's house at the time of the call and told Marcellus that TD was on the way to fight her at his house. TD, Gabrielle, and a few other women in the car arrived at Marcellus's house and began to vandalize the other woman's car. That's when Marcellus grabbed the gun and stormed outside. After the argument intensified, TD started to drive away. Marcellus then shot his gun at the car, striking Gabrielle in the back seat, killing her. After Marcellus was arrested, he told police he never shot a gun before and was not aiming at anyone, but was trying to shoot at the tire. He has been charged with first-degree reckless homicide. Gabrielle's sister, Trina Johnson, told Fox 6 that her family knew Marcellus for a long time and she hopes this haunts him forever. She said, "I really wish you rot. I wish you rot and I hope it haunts you." Now, what y'all think they was saying in the comments about this story? Ooh, now Miss Funky Dineva says, "Y'all gonna get enough of going around people's house with mess. I feel sorry for her and her family, but this was 100% avoidable." Somebody else says, "Just sad on every level." And then this boy said, "Everybody want to be grown. Showing up to fight with your teenage cousin ain't the move. Not only will that be on his conscience, but it should be on TD's as well. Be smarter, y'all. If you got to fight for him, he ain't yours." And then this girl said, "Her cousin is the one that should feel haunted because why would she put that child in danger like that?" And then somebody else said, "I hope the sister has some of that energy for their cousin, TD, too. Should have never took her around there." What do you guys think about this story? I mean, I'm with Funky Dineva on this one. Y'all gonna get enough of riding around people's homes and going to people's houses to confront them. It always ends bad. You never know what I come from in the old school and I come from a school of thought where you don't just go to people's houses. You don't know what they got waiting there. You don't know who lives there. You don't know who gonna come out of that house. So a lot of times when you go to someone's home and you get something like this, I mean, you should not be at their home. So it's sad, it's tragic. The cousin bringing her, she's 15, riding with her cousin to her ex-boyfriend's house to confront. Like, it's just too much. Why are you bringing a 15-year-old girl with this mess? And he just shooting a gun widely. Why would you have a firearm? Don't know how to use a firearm. Whose firearm was it? If you've never shot a gun before, you just got a gun laying around. You done just picked up someone's firearm and start shooting it. Now you wanted to shoot a tire, but you shot in the back seat. You didn't aim down at the tire. You shot up at the, just too much for me. Again, going to someone's home, you don't know what they got waiting there. So it's sad all the way around the border, but y'all got to stop riding up on people. Y'all got to stop knocking on people's doors. Y'all got to stop just popping up to someone's house randomly thinking it's sweet. You just might lose your life. So this is sad, but unfortunately, it's common. Now, honey, this right here, this parent needs to mind their business.
The song with Nicki Minaj is going to be coming out. That's going to be crazy.
You said her and Nicki Minaj?
Wait,
who
did we
song is
just
it?
get a fucking exclusive real quick?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Wait, we just got it.
Koi making a song with Nicki.
In the hello.
Wow!
Wait,
In
you
the
said Koi making a song with Nicki?
face. Wow.
Yep. Her and Nikki did some shit.
He was yapping their mouth on the clubhouse, and he felt like he had to defend himself. But I had to tell my dad, like, you know, he's an OG, and he's super, he's big. You know, back in the day, everybody knows my dad, OG. I played it back, you know, gracefully. Because it's my turn now, you know. It's my turn, Daddy. I'm going to need you to sit the fuck down, grab you some popcorn, enjoy the show, and clap for me when it's time to clap for me. All right, Daddy? Don't worry, I told him this before I hopped on live, so don't think I'm on live talking to him.
Now, what y'all think they were saying in the comments about this? And I got a lot to say about this one. So they said in the comment, he's a parent and they all talk too damn much. They honestly just be excited for real. And you would think they would know better, but sometimes logic goes out the window when they protecting their kids or they got news that they want to tell someone. My mom does this shit all the time. And then somebody said he definitely do because he had no reason to say that other than him wanting clout on Clubhouse. And then somebody else said that was not his place to say that. And then somebody says, now Nikki annoyed, shaking my head. And then this boy says, and the song will never see the daylight. Child. Well then, apparently, after this, honey, Nicki Minaj posts, I don't have a collab coming with anyone. Onika Mood. Love you. And so people were saying he knows the business. He been in the industry for years, potentially messed things up for his daughter. It's okay, Benzino, just do better next time. Somebody said he's an artist, so I know he knew. And somebody said, Benzino, just stop fucking talking altogether. Damn, this girl done got woke up out her sleep because her daddy running his overgrown ass mouth. Ugh. And somebody else said, bro, just stop talking. And somebody says, I don't know, just stop. But Nikki says she does not have a collab coming out with no one. So do you guys think that he messed up her chances for having a collab with Nicki Minaj? Because she's now saying that she doesn't have a song coming out with anybody. And I mean, he was on Twitter saying, I just want to apologize to Koi, Nikki, everyone involved. I meant no harm, nor did I mean to offend or disrespect anyone. I know better. It's a business of trust, and I broke that. I feel horrible and sad. I'm 100% in the wrong, and it will never happen again. Shaking my head. Well, it will never happen again because it doesn't look like your daughter's going to be working with Nicki Minaj. It looks like y'all know Nicki. Y'all know how she is. She's very private, and she don't like, things like this. So it's giving, if there was a collab in the works, Benzino definitely ruined that for his daughter. Now this whole, it's parents and he's just proud. No, Benzino, I'm with your daughter on this one. It's her time. You need to play the position and fall back. You shouldn't be out here speaking about her career, speaking on her at all. She's not a baby. She's not a young, she's a grown woman with a career, and you shouldn't be speaking on her career. Why are you on Clubhouse talking about her? That's clout chasing. It's a little, even if it is your daughter, she still has a career that's, in the public eye right now. She's doing, big things, making a couple dollars. And for you to be speaking on her and her career was just bad taste. Like, why would you even be speaking about her? But Nicki was like, I don't even have a collab. So I don't know. Do you guys think that there was one and he ruined it? Smells like that to me. Now, Britney Spears. Okay, Britney Spears says she is not feeling her sister. She ain't feeling that book. She's not feeling that tell-all book. And she said it was filled with lies. But now she has actually landed her own $15 million book deal after slamming her sister's book that's allegedly filled with lies. Child, looks like Britney Spears is ready to tell it all. According to Page 6, Britney secured a $15 million book deal to tell her true story 13 years after her conservatorship ended. and not the one her sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, tried to tell in her book released earlier this year. Back in January, her sister Jamie released her own book titled Things I Should Have Said. Now, in the book, she recounted numerous incidents where she claims Britney would be violent towards her, including a time Britney supposedly pulled a knife on her. Britney denied all of these stories, claiming that Jamie was a scum person for making up that story about her, knowing the hardships she went through in life. Well, now the pen is in Britney's hand, and she's not going to hold back. This book deal is reportedly one of the biggest book deals since the Obamas. Many publications wanted to produce the highly anticipated tell-all book, but top publishing company Simon & Schuster offered Britney $15 million to share her story. Britney teased the idea of writing her book on Instagram with a picture of a typewriter paired with the caption, "Shall I start from the beginning?" It's no doubt that this book will be a New York Times bestseller. The tea will be piping hot. Now, what y'all think? What y'all think about this? You gonna buy the book? And what you think they were saying in the comments about this one? They said Britney gonna eat her family right on up as she should. And somebody said, look how God works. And then this person said, love this for her. And then this guy said, if I could pre-order today, I would. And this girl says, so happy she's free and can finally tell her truth. The hell they put this woman through for 13 years. Woo! And then they said, I'ma probably really buy this too. I want to know what really went down. And somebody said, New York bestseller coming. Now, what do you guys think about this? Are you going to buy the book? Would you be here for a Britney tell all? Apparently, Britney says she gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna let you just write a book and get away with telling my story. And I get that. I'm always, that person that champions for a person telling their own story. You can't tell my story. I can tell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody tell my story like me. So I understand that. Britney said, I need revenge. I need revenge. I'm going to write my own book. So I get it. I'm here for it. And I'm going to get it. And I want to read that tea. I need to know what went down. And we all do. We all here for Britney Spears. Britney Spears, she'll give us that cheerleader, that pom-pom. She give us a little 1-2. Britney, she'll give it to us. So I'm here for a tell-all book, and I know that it's going to be filled with, but who's to know if it's true? Do we even really know the things that she would be saying at this point? If it's true, is her sister's story true? We don't know. You know what I mean? But it's interesting and it's entertaining, and we going to watch and read, so. Ciao. Now, a teacher at an all-boys school suspended after her sex tape is airdropped to 200 students. It was a student that actually stole the teacher's phone. All right, now. Cleveland police have launched a sex crimes investigation after an alleged sex tape of a teacher at an all-boys high school was sent to more than 200 students. According to a police report, officers received a complaint from the principal at Gin Academy concerning a sexually explicit video of a female teacher and her boyfriend that had been disseminated to students earlier this month. The teacher, who has not been named, told investigators that she had heard rumors that her personal video, which was stored on her cell phone, had been leaked and shared with students, but the educator denied sending the video out herself. Police believe that the student accessed the teacher's unlocked phone and the sex tape was airdropped to students along with 4 or 5 other videos. However, only one of the recordings contained X-rated material. The Cleveland Teachers Union released a statement regarding the investigation. Our collective bargaining agreement with the district provides for a process that protects our members, the district, and students when accusations are made involving members. We will work with our member and the districts through this process. The teacher has been removed from the school pending the outcome of the investigation and is currently on paid leave. Now, what are your thoughts on this, and what do you think they were saying in the comments? They said this: download photo vault, #PicSafe. Someone says, why is she suspended if they stole her phone? And then this guy says, that's so embarrassing. Why would they take her phone? And then another guy says, that's not her fault though. And someone else says, she grown. They stole her phone. That's not fair. And then this girl says, that's not right. The student that stole her personal stuff needs to go, but why didn't she have a lock on her phone? Now, what do you guys think about this one? I definitely don't think that the teacher is at fault. I don't think that she should have been removed. I think the student is the one that should be reprimanded and be punished. They stole her phone. They went in her personal and pictures and recordings and airdropped it to people. She didn't do that. It wasn't like she mistakenly sent something to a student because she was, inappropriately having a relationship with a student. No, her phone was sitting on her desk. They stole it and they airdropped the material. That's not the student's, he should not be doing that. He or she shouldn't be doing that. So that's not the teacher's fault. So I don't see why she was suspended. But at least it's with pay, so that kind of gives maybe a positive, maybe she'll get her job back if they suspended her with pay, but I don't think that she's wrong. And I don't think that she did anything wrong. She's grown. She can have pictures or, she's not doing that. That's on her off time. That's her personal belonging. It belonged to her. They stole it. So why should she be being punished for that? I'm not here for that one. What y'all saying in the comments? CR says, no, he's not. He has publicly. Oh, that's something different. She didn't send anything to a student, shaking my head. And Helen says, bet she's embarrassed though. Exactly. Lindora says, some of these parents couldn't have spent the last dollar helping them till they made it. And people that don't know will still say the fam used the, I don't know. If she lose her job, she should sue. I agree. I agree with that one. Oh, you're talking about Britney Spears. Okay, that's what that comment was. Yep, I'm a little behind in the comments. Sorry. Sorry, you guys. But I don't think that's right. I don't think that she deserves that. That's her personal belongings. Why would you be on her desk and be, rifling through her phone, looking through her pictures and then airdrop a video? She's doing that off time. She with her man or whoever videotape it. That's her private business. She wasn't doing it on school time. She wasn't doing it with a student. So I believe whoever the student is that did this, they should be punished, not the damn teacher.
Yo, me, what you wearing? What are you wearing?
Child, now Michael Blackson, I guess he done bumped into Meek Mill at a basketball game and then shouted out to Meek, what is he wearing? But the people in the comments are saying, what are you wearing? Both of y'all don't look. I felt as though Michael Blackston's outfit was better than Meek Mill. Who do you think wore it best? Let's just retract that. Let's go back and look at that again.
Yo, me, what you wearing? What are you wearing?
So the people in the comments said the asker and the asked, both hot messes. Somebody else said the caption, because both y'all got dressed blindfolded. Oh, okay. So they said they both got dressed. They must have both had on blindfolds. Somebody else said, laughing my ass off. The caption is it. Cause what? And somebody said, nah, Meek can't dress for shit. And then somebody else said, Meek came straight from Philly. And then somebody else says, where is Peter when you need them? And then this person says, laughing my ass off. Michael Blackston and that coat should not ever be the fashion police. Now, in my opinion, I thought that Michael Blackston actually, I actually liked the coat. I actually thought that Michael Blackson was dressed better than Meek Mill. I like Michael Blackston's coat. What y'all think? Did y'all think that he... Who do you think did it best? Who do you think wore it best? Sasha says both ugly. Child. Ann says Michael. I agree. I think that they, both of them, appearance wise, they're not nothing to scream and brag about. But I thought that Michael Blackson's jacket, the coat, I liked it. I liked the colors. And I thought I liked the glasses with the look. I thought his look was better than Meek's. But if you had to pick one, I think it would have been Michael. I agree. Speaking of looks, Sha'Carri Richardson is out here posing. She is featured on Teen Vogue. And she served some looks. Let me know what y'all think about these looks, honey. She was, she's out here with Gucci. And y'all let me know what y'all think about these looks. And then I'm going to tell you what I think about Sha'Carri Richardson's and these looks. The nails. It's the nails for me. Honey, it's the nails. Now, this was Teen Vogue, okay? Now, we're gonna loop back and look at these pictures again. This is Sha'Carri Richardson in Teen Vogue. And y'all let me know what you think about these looks. Now, that's some Gucci, what are they, tights? And I like the shirt. And I like the tights with the boots. I really like the nails. This look right here, I was just like, okay, what is this? So what do y'all think about these looks? And what do you think they were saying in the comments? Somebody gave all, with the heart eyes. Somebody says, hate the way they styled her, but she looks so pretty. Somebody else says, face, yes. Outfits, no. Somebody said, no. Who styled her? Somebody else says, she looks gorgeous, and whoever put these outfits together is not seeing heaven. And somebody says, yes, happy Black History Month. Now, what do you guys think about it? I'm going to go back and we're going to play these. Y'all let me know what you think about it. In my opinion, Sha'Carri Richardson, I think that she loves being in the spotlight. She loves social media. She's a favorite. She can light up the camera, and I just really want her to win. I want her to focus on her craft, focus on her sport, and really get, back into her sport and really win in that arena. But these pictures, I didn't really know what to make of them. Some of, I think she's gorgeous. She's pretty. I loved her nails. Her skin was, looking good, glowing. But I felt like the outfits just fell flat. I was like, they could have styled her in more, elaborate and better outfits. They just looked plain, like anything that anyone could wear. And I get it that it's Teen Vogue, so it's not going to be, extravagant and giving us adult, because it's playing to teenagers. So I get that the fashions would be a little, dolled and dummied down. But I think they could have did a little bit better, a little bit more. It's just bland and basic, So for Vogue, they could have gave some fashion, but it just fell flat for me. But she just loves being in the press. She loves being in front of us on social media. And I think that energy that she puts into that, I want her to put that into her sport and put that into her craft, because she's very talented. And we all want Sha'Carri to win. I think that we love her persona. We love her rawness and her realness. And a lot of the young people identify with her. She's a positive a sports figure to look up to, but she's very relatable to them because she's just like them, outspoken. She's smoking the reefer, she's giving, she's around all the celebrities love her, but I just want her to focus on her craft and really get into her sport. We need to see her winning. We want her to win trophies, awards. We want her to win the Olympics, the races. We just, being on Vogue and being in magazines, like, girl, I need to see you run through some tape winning. You know, that's what I want to see. Like, girl, I need to see that. I need to see that girl. But I felt like they could have done better with her looks. They could have styled her better. It was just basic. Like that right there. Like, what's that? The little mesh, you know, the shorts with a little black sports bra. And then we got is this a Gucci dress coat? Like, girl, no. Like, who styled this? Like, who put these pieces together? I don't like that. I don't like it. It's just falling flat, you know, so. Let me know what you guys think. Now, honey, y'all not going to be too pleased with this last one, honey. I'm going to warn you right now. This one, you're not going to be too pleased with this person right here.
How often do you get turned down? Because I can understand now. I saw you when you was going at Dream Doll, and I didn't like when you said what you said about her music, but I will say I could see why a girl would feel like, well, I can't get with him because you had a couple of engagements, you with this girl, that girl, you said you had 2 babies on the way, and so you can see why a woman would say, man, I'm not messing with him.
Problem, you know what I mean? Now you want to give me a hard time with this shit.
Yeah, but you can't expect them girls to give you some just because you're doing music with them, Kodak.
Yes, So why you expect man? So why you expecting niggas just do music with you now?
Just like you do
Because
music
they're
with other
artists.
people, with other artists. Women are artists too. You have a female artist, right, signed to you. Is it Mellow Rack signed to you?
BBS signed to me.
Okay. All right. And so wouldn't you want other men to work with her and be okay with
It depends on like how y'all vibing and shit.
But
You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
Look, my female artist is just how it is, right? Because I know niggas and shit like that. I gotta bust. Like, they ain't gonna be my girlfriend, but it's like, I'm gonna bust them.
No, man. No.
You gotta keep it
That's not good business, Kodak,
like,
at all.
You keep business, but girls is like, you got to have a man. So it'd be like, okay, my female artist is like.
So now, this story, what he basically, if you're not picking up what they was going back and forth about, because his language and his speech and the way he talking, you can't even understand nothing this boy is saying. He's basically saying that having female artists, he expects them to sleep with him, and that he busses them, bussing. He's going to sleep with them, and he expects that you ain't got to be my girlfriend or anything like that, but I'm gonna get me some of that in order for you to get a record deal. And he's admitting it, that he expects them to sleep with him. So they saying in the comments, the Jasmine brand said, Jesus Christ. And somebody else says, okay, Kodak, Weinstein, R. Kelly, Cosby, we know what y'all be on, but kudos for admitting it, I guess. And then somebody else says, oh no, he doubled down on busting them. And then somebody else had a green, like, throw up face. And somebody says, he's literally stuck at age 12. I'm convinced, for real. And somebody says, it's giving guilty of all charges. Child. And then he went on to talk about his baby mamas and how he feel about them having boys or girls. Listen at this.
It's like this one right here, like we know, like understandable, or you kind of agreement and shit. I'm gonna lock in with her. I told her that night.
So he's basically saying, if a woman he got pregnant is expecting a boy, he'll be her boyfriend. But if it's a girl, he'll be her baby daddy.
I said, man, you know what? If it's a boy, I'm gonna be your boyfriend. If the girl, I'm just gonna be your baby daddy.
Man, if you don't stop this shit, Kodak. Man, what the hell? So hold on, the little baby that's 1 year old, you not in the child life?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying? Should I got my BM on my eyes? Well, my eyes really for my dog. That's her car.
Somebody says, weird flex, but okay. Every day we stray further and further. And somebody says, I swear he's like a cartoon character. And then somebody says, I expected nothing less from him. And somebody says, nah, what's wrong with him? And then somebody says, And somebody's still gonna get pregnant after this by him. Child, as far as I'm concerned, throw him away. It's his intellectual, capacity for me. Like the way he speaks and the way he presents himself is just a no for me. I mean, I don't know. Is he on drugs? Is he high? What is it? But just the way is this how you talk every day in this interview? Are you high? Or if this is how you really talk, I can't even see how a woman or any girl would even be able to have a conversation, let alone a relationship. But I guess laying down and doing whatever, it don't take no talking. And if you got money and millions of dollars, I guess you can get any woman nowadays. These girls, they don't care. Apparently because he's got kids and he in relationships. So these women don't care. But just him saying that he expects to sleep with his female artists, and then saying, if you have a girl, I'm your boyfriend. If you have a boy, I'm your baby daddy, or vice versa. I don't know. It makes no sense to me, and I don't see why any woman would want to be caught dead dating or sleeping with this man. I mean, Kodak Black, ooh, it's a no for me. He is a hurt pistol. Yak is just a shock jock. The fact he looks like that and has the audacity is, girl, doing it turned around from the back. Thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. $10 from 2B Black Native says, too young for white hair, middle parts are for 12-year-olds. I hate all those outfits. She is not Flojo. For the Sha'Carri Richardson. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the looks. But I'm not here for Kodak Black. Like, I don't know where this is acceptable at. You know what I'm saying? You could sleep with your artist. Like, no. But a lot of these men feel like that, and we know it goes on in the industry. You want something. You can't get something for nothing. So you got to put up in order to get up. You want to get up. You want to go up. You got to put up. So it's just sad, all the way around the board. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for rocking with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. You guys, we are 40 away from 12K. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All the love we've been getting from the Wendy Williams video, we are almost pushing 13K with that. So I'm just really thankful and grateful for all the love and all of the new subscribers and views. I'm really grateful. So you guys keep watching, keep taking us to the top, and I'll catch you on the next video. This has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. You guys be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And I'm out, you guys. Bye. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to ExpressVPN, friend of the channel and protector of my online data. They are giving away 3 months free on a 1-year package to all Sweet Pea Diaries viewers by using the link in the description box below. Now, this is a service that I personally use 100% of the time when I'm on the internet using my phone or computer. It allows me to bypass content restrictions while traveling and ensures all of my data is 100% private and safe wherever I connect to the internet. Using ExpressVPN also allows you to get discounts when using services like Expedia, NBA League Pass, and Netflix. ExpressVPN also has 24/7 customer support to answer any questions and support all of your needs. So take back your internet privacy today by clicking on the link in the description box below and find out how you can get 3 months free.